I retweeted it. I think it's really good advice.
Okay. Relax. Just relax. Keep going, but just relax.
Said if you have good friends who live alone, you need to check in on them often. Send them more, maybe. Really good advice.
Indeed.
Hey everybody! It is the first Thursday of a month, So hi, welcome to 13 Songs with George-Hrab. That's me. We have a weird glare going on. I don't know what's going on in terms of the sun. I think the sun is exploding, or exploding more than it normally does. So whatever. So if this is going to be it, I'm glad you're here with me to have this final chance to be together. As always, cheers to everybody. I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all healthy. Thanks for hanging out with me on a Toys Day. Today's drink is Wegmans Diet Ginger Ale with just a splash of grenadine. Not grenadine. Yeah, the cherry drink stuff that you put in a Shirley Temple. Grenadine? Is that what it's called? Yeah, grenadine. Just a splash of grenadine to give it some amber character. Today's topic, today's subject, the thing of the thing, is double take namesake. What does that mean? It means every song is going to share a title with another song. Different songs, same title. Get how that works? Isn't that fun? We're on song number 1. Song number 1 is by the band Pink Floyd. Maybe you've heard of them. This is from their 1987 album called Momentary Lapse of Reason. What's cool today is when you hear the first song, you'll get a pretty good guess of what's going to follow. And there's some options you might see, some might be the thing, some might not be the thing, but this very first song is going to be by Pink Floyd from 1987, and this is called Learning to Fly. Here we go. Distance, a ribbon of black, stretched to the point of no turning back. A flight of fancy on a windswept field, standing alone, my senses reeled. Fatal attraction is holding me fast. How can I escape this irresistible grasp? Can't keep my eyes from the circling sky, tongue-tied and twisted and just an earthbound misfit eye. Ice is forming on the tips of my wings, they're unheeded warnings. I thought of everything. No navigator to find my way home. Untethered, empty, and turned to stone. Sole intention, it's learning to fly. Conditioned, grounded, but determined to try. Can't keep my eyes from the circling sky. Tongue-tied and twisted, and just an earthbound misfit eye. Above the planet, on a wing and a prayer, my grubby halo, vapor trail in the empty air. Across the clouds I see my shadow fly, out of the water of my watering eye. A dream unthreatened by the morning light could blow this soul right through the roof of the night. There's no sensation to compare to this. Suspended animation in a state of bliss. Can't keep my mind from the circling sky. Tongue-tied and twisted, just an earthbound misfit eye. So that album, Learning Momentary Lapse of Reason, was actually the first Pink Floyd album I bought. And I know it's like a sin, but I did that all the time growing up. I always bought like the current iteration of whatever band was having its second or third renaissance and then worked my way backwards. It happened with Rush, it happened with Genesis, it happened with Pink Floyd, it happened with King Crimson. All those bands, I found like what they had released at the time in the 80s, which was for most of them was their second or third kind of comeback. And then I worked my way back, and I was in college, and I didn't like Pink Floyd, the old Pink Floyd, because stoners that had drawings on their jean jackets listened to Pink Floyd, and I wasn't interested in that. And then to Chuck Donchez's credit, C.J. Steinway, he said, let's go see The Wall. It's a Saturday midnight movie at the mall. They used to show midnight movies, and Chuck said, let's go see The Wall. And I'm like, I'm not going to go see The Wall. That's one of those stoner movies where they have people with jean jackets and writing on it. I'm not interested in that. And he said, dude, just come on, let's go. And we went, and it was amazing. And my love of Pink Floyd bloomed from that point on. So I don't know if CJ's watching or not, but thank you, brother. So its number 2 song, Namesake, is, of course, Learning to Fly by the one and only Tom Petty. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Officially, this is co-written by Jeff Lynne. It's from the 1991 album, Into the Great Wide Open. There's only 4 chords in this song. F, C, A minor, and G. The entire song is those 4 chords, and it sounds like this. I started out on a dirty road. I started out all alone, and the sun went down, and I crossed that hill, and the town lit up, and the world got still. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. The good old days may not return, and the rocks might melt, and the seas may burn. But I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Some say life will beat you down. It'll break your heart. It'll steal your crown. So I started out, oh, for God knows where. I guess I'll know when I get there. So I'm learning to fly around the clouds. What comes up, oh, it must come down. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Oh, I'm learning to fly, oh, around the clouds. What goes up, yeah, it must come down. Oh, I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers from 1991. The album was Into the Great Wide Open. Simple but effective. They, you know, the they that know everything. They say that Tom Petty writes the best first lines to any song. And it's so like, it just grabs you. That first line, like, here we go. Well, I started out down a dirty road. And you're like, okay, what happens? What happens? It's so cool. All of his songs are like that. The very first line, first stanza just grabs you. He's so great at it, and it's simple but yet mesmerizing. Mesmerizing. Okay, moving on to song number 3. Oh, there was also a close sharer of title is the Foo Fighters song, Learn to Fly. Come and tell all of the angels this would take all night. And look into the sky to save me, looking for another life. Make my way back home and I learn to fly. It's Learn to Fly, not Learning to Fly. So it's not officially a namesake. It was close though, but it gets an honorable mention, so I had to mention it right there. Moving on. Are we good? Sound is good? Frame is good? Light is good? Don't forget, if you want to throw a few bucks over there, I don't know if it's still glare or not, but you can see my Venmo, you can see my PayPal. It's also in the notes there on the YouTube page itself. Excuse me. The next title for the next 3 songs, it's a triple doozy, is the title is Crazy. Crazy. And the very first one is going to be from 1990, an artist named Seal. This was co-written by Guy Sigsworth. If there is a cooler name for a co-writer, I don't know what it could be. Guy Sigsworth. And this song, the album was produced by Trevor Horn, of course, one of the former members of Yes and the Buggles, the guy that wrote Video Killed the Radio Star. Well, that guy and his partner were in Yes for one album and produced the Yes albums and stuff like that, and he produced this. Kenji Suzuki from Simply Red played guitar on this track, which is kind of fun. It's a very echoey, ambient kind of fun thing, and it was inspired by the fall of the Berlin Wall. And this is called Crazy by Seal. Decides after 70 years that what he goes there for is to unlock the door, while those around him criticize and sleep. And through a fractal on a breaking wall, I see you, my friend, and I touch your face again. Miracles will happen as we trip. We're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy. But we're never gonna survive unless we are a little crazy. Crazy yellow people walk through my head. One of them's got a gun to shoot the other one. And yet together they were friends at school. I get it, I get it, I get it. If all were there when we first took the pill, then maybe miracles will happen as we speak. We're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy. We're never gonna survive unless we are a little. In a sky full of people, only some want to fly. Isn't that crazy? In a world full of people, only some want to fly. Isn't that crazy? In a heaven of people, there's only some want to fly. Isn't that crazy? Crazy, crazy. In a world full of people, only some want to fly. Isn't that crazy? Never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy. No, we're never gonna survive unless we are a little. No, we're never gonna survive unless little crazy, never gonna survive unless we are a little. Crazy by Seal. And now, a very different version from 1961, written originally by Willie Nelson, originally entitled Stupid. That's right, made famous by Patsy Cline. Her 1962 recording of this is the most famous version. But it's the song Crazy, which Willie Nelson wrote. Not everybody knows that. Willie Nelson wrote the song Crazy.
Willie Nelson is a national treasure.
He is a national treasure. He is a well-preserved, baked national treasure. He's like an Alaskan dessert. It's fantastic. But it was originally called Stupid, and he did it in some clubs, some theater clubs and stuff. And people were like, we don't like that title. The song's cool, but that title's weird. And so he changed it to Crazy, which totally changes the flavor of the song. It's beautiful. I love this tune. See if I can do it justice. Crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted. And then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering, what in the world did I do? I'm crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Why do I let myself worry? Wondering, what in the world did I do? Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving. So much nicer than Stupid, right? So much nicer than Stupid. Stupid. Stupid for feeling so lonely. Oh, so nice, from 61. Yeah, genius. He wrote so many songs. Oh my gosh. I mean, the first 10 years of his career before he was a solo artist, he was just writing songs like a maniac. So cool. All right, we have a third version of Crazy. Wait.
Your parents like that one a lot.
My parents like that one. The ones that they know they like. That's all that's required. If my parents know it, they like it. We're at song number 5 here. And here's another Crazy. And this is by a band which is a duo consisting of Danger Mouse and CeeLo. The band is called Gnarls Barkley, and this is from 2006. The album was called Saint Elsewhere. This is written by Brian Burton Thomas, Thomas Calloway, Gianfranco Reverberi, Gian Piero Reverberi, which I think is Danger Mouse and CeeLo's like nom de thing. Anyway, but Rolling Stone called this the song of the decade on their 2009 list of the 100 best songs of the decade, and they also placed it as number 100 of greatest songs of all time. This is Gnarls Barkley, CeeLo, and Danger Mouse. Crazy. And this is Crazy High, so we'll see what happens. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without a care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. And I hope that you are having the time of your life. But think twice. It's my only advice. Come on now, who do you think you are? Bless your soul. You really think you're in control? I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. Had the heart to lose their lives out on the limb. And I remember thinking, I want to be just like him. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun. And it's no coincidence I've come. And I can die when I'm done. But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe we're crazy. Probably. CeeLo is so awesome. The first time I saw CeeLo was on some late night show. It was the album he had before his huge hit with F You, Forget You. And he did this version of Super Freak. It was, what was that album called? Remember that record? CeeLo and the CeeLo Gang. Such a great record. Didn't do squat. Nobody bought it, whatever. But so freaking cool. CeeLo is he's just awesome. He's just awesome. All right. That was the triple. That's the only triple for the night, just so you know. Even though there could be other triples, but that's the only triple for the night. Now we move on to a song, or songs. Welcome, by the way. Welcome. If you're just joining us, please throw a few bucks over there if you can, into the PayPal or the Venmo. Always makes me happy and lets me eat food, which is always a good thing, especially nowadays, as the way it's going. I hope everybody's safe and happy and good, and log in and leave a few comments in the chat there. It's always fun. I read all that stuff afterwards. I'm not watching it now, but afterwards I'll go back and I'll watch, and I just so appreciate everybody leaving all your little clap emojis and your thumbs up and your little kitty cats and your explosions and rainbows. It makes me very, 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 very happy. It makes me head over heels almost. Segway! Head over heels is the next title. Now you have to do something for me in this song. The first one's going to be by the Go-Go's. Yes, the Go-Go's, the immortal Go-Go's. And the chorus goes like this. Head over heels, where should I go? Can't stop myself, out of control. And what happens in the tune on the second bar of the chorus on beat 2, there's this awesome clap sound effect. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll do that all together. Even if you're alone, I want you to clap. I want you to at least bang your ring against the glass. Take a pencil and tap it or something, okay? So when that comes here, it goes like this. Head over heels, why should I go and stop myself out of control? Head over heels, no time to think. All right, beat 2 of the second bar. So the chorus comes along. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, good. This is written by Charlotte Caffey and Kathy Valentine, and the guitarist Jane Wideland from the Go-Go's says this is her favorite Go-Go song. So there you go. Been running so long, I've nearly lost all track of time in every direction. I couldn't see the warning sign, I must be losing it. 'Cause my mind plays tricks on me, it looks so easy. But you know looks can deceive. Been running so fast, right from the starting line, no more connections. I don't need any more advice, one hand's been reaching out, one's just hanging on, it seems my weakness just keeps me going strong. Here we go. Head over heels, why should I go? Can't stop myself, out of control. Head over heels, no time to think. It's like the whole world's out of sync. Nice clapping. Been running so hard when what I need is to unwind. The voice of reason is one I left behind. I've waited so long to play this part, and just remembered that I'd forgotten about my heart. Here we go. Head over heels, where should I go? Can't stop myself, out of control. Head over heels, no time to think. It's like the whole world's out of sync. Head over heels, where should I go? Can't stop myself, out of control. Head over heels, no time to think. It's like the whole world's out of sync. Where should I go? Can't stop myself, out of control. Head over heels, no time to think. It's like the whole world's out of sync. Head over heels, where should I go? Can't stop myself, out of control. Head over heels, no time to think. It's like the whole world's out of sync. Head over heels, where should I go? Can't stop myself, out of control. Head over heels, no time to think. It's like the whole world's out of sync. Such a fun confection of a song. That band was great. Boy, that band induced a lot of confusing thoughts when I was young. Initially confusing, and then they made perfect sense. That's all I'm going to say, because my parents are watching. The next song is also called Head Over Heels. And it's from just a year later, which is so curious. There's a bunch of tunes that are just separated by a year or two or even less sometimes. And it's by the band Tears for Fears. Now, Tears for Fears is a pretty famous, popular band from the 80s. And it's basically two guys. Can you name those two guys? I couldn't name those two guys. It struck me that, gosh, of all the sort of bands that are duos, it's two guys. And the two guys are Roland Orzabal and Kurt Smith. If someone had said, who's Roland Orzabal and Kurt Smith? I'd have been like, I'd have been head over heels in questioning. but that's who they are. This is from the album called Songs from the Big Chair, and they had a very fun, semi-silly video that was filmed in the Emmanuel College Library in Toronto. So if there's any Canadians watching, the video for this was filmed in your lovely country, your lovely, sane country, your clean, lovely, sane, healthcare-ridden country. Congratulations. Wanted to be with you alone and talk about the weather, but traditions I can trace against the jowl in your face won't escape my attention. You keep your distance with a system of touch and gentle persuasion. I'm lost in admiration, could I need you this much? You're just wasting my time, you're just wasting time. Something happens and I'm head over heels. I never find out till I'm head over heels. Or something happens and I'm head over heels. Oh, don't take my heart, don't break my heart, don't throw it away. Made a fire watching it burn. Yeah, I thought of your future. With one foot in the past now, just how long will it last? Now, have you no ambition? My mother and my brothers used to breathe in clean air. I dream I'm a doctor. It's hard to be a man when there's a gun in your hand. Oh, I feel so. Something happens and I'm head over heels. I never find out till I'm head over heels. Something happens and I'm head over heels. Oh, don't take my heart, don't break my heart, don't throw it away. This is my four-leaf clover. I'm on the line, one open mind. This is my four-leaf clover. La 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 la. In my mind's eye, one little boy, one little man. Funny how time flies. That was 7. Moving on to song number 8. That was Head Over Heels.
Wow, yeah.
Head Over Heels and Head Over Heels. I'm going to stay on the piano for 1 second. The next song, the next title for the next 2 tunes is Fame. And this first version is by Irene Cara. It's from the Fame movie soundtrack, which was released in 1980. And in 1981, it won an Oscar for Best Song. How cool is that? This is written by Michael Gore and Dean Pitchford, and it was also used in the television show Fame, which ran for, I think, 3 seasons, 2 seasons, 3 seasons. I remember watching that. The only person from the movie that was in the TV show was the piano player, the young kid piano player. I forget what his name is, but he's the only character, or the only actor that was in both the TV show as well as the movie. So, yeah. Here it is from 1980, Irene Cara's Fame. look at me and tell me what you see. You ain't seen the best of me yet. Give me time, I'll make you forget the rest. I got more in me. You can set it free. I can catch the moon in my hand. Don't you know who I am? Remember my name, Fame. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly high. I feel it coming together. People will see me and cry, Fame. I'm gonna make it to heaven. Light up the sky like a flame, Fame. I'm gonna live forever. Baby, remember my name. Baby, hold me tight, 'cause you can make it right. You can shoot me straight to the top. Give me love, I'll take what you've got to give. Baby, I'll be tough. Too much is not enough. No, I can ride your heart till it breaks. Oh, I got what it takes. Remember my name, Fame. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly high. I feel it coming together. People will see me and cry, Fame. I'm gonna make it to heaven. Light up the sky like a flame, Fame. I'm gonna live forever. Baby, remember my name. You got big dreams? You want fame? Well, fame costs. Right here is where you start paying. In sweat. Fame, I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly high. Oh, I feel it coming together. People will see me and cry, Fame. Oh, I'm gonna make it to heaven. Light up the sky like a flame, Fame. I'm gonna live forever. Baby, remember my, remember. In the TV show, Debbie Allen is the person that did that little speech. Was she in the movie too? Maybe she was in the movie. I'm not sure. But the whole, right here's where you start paying in sweat. And in the first season, she had a very sort of pronounced afro. And like as the seasons went on, it looked more and more dated. And then they finally replaced her. She like re-recorded the speech and they inserted it into the third or fourth season with new footage. I thought as a kid being like, oh, okay, wow, that's really cool. Another song that's named Fame. Where are we? 9? Yeah, 9. Don't forget, if you're just joining, welcome. If you don't know who I am, I have a podcast I do every week. It's called the Geologic Podcast. You can tune into that. I think most of you know that. Over at geologicpodcast.com. You can also go to George-Hrab.com and see what's going on over there, because, you know, why not? And if you can throw a few bucks in that direction, that's always really cool as well. So the next song is also called Fame, and it's, of course, off the album Young Americans, 1975, David Bowie. Come on, David Bowie, Carlos Alomar. And who's the third person that co-wrote this song? Do you know? John Lennon. John frickin' Lennon co-wrote the tune. He does the background vocals, and he plays a little bit of guitar on there as well.
I didn't know that.
There you go. Good thing you tuned in. Yeah, totally. Here we go. juice, hard to swallow. Fame puts you there when things are hollow. Fame. Fame, it's not your brain, it's just the flame, the bungee chain to keep you insane. Fame. Fame, fame, what you like is in the limo. Fame, fame, what you get is no tomorrow. Fame, fame, what you need you have to borrow. Fame. Fame, it's mine, it's just this line to bunch you the time to drive you to crime. Fame. You first. Fame. Is it any wonder I'll read too cool to fool? Fame. Fame, bully for you, chilly for me. Gotta get a rain check on pain. Fame. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
Whoa.
Yeah.
That descending thing you did, wow.
That's right. Who needs technology? Thanks. Moving on to song number, I always mess this up. How do we do this right here? We got to go with the 0, and then we go with the 1, which is not there, but over here. There we go. Gosh, we're just flying through. There we go. Song number 10. The next 2 tunes are going to share the title of Creep. That's right. The first one is by Stone Temple Pilots from the 1992 album Core, written by Robert DeLeo and Scott Weiland, the late Scott Weiland, another very, very brilliant performer, singer, stage presence, who was destroyed by drugs. Damn it. Complete waste. Guy had so many comebacks. He was an amazing performer on stage. He was like this tall, lanky. He was like 6'3" or something. Or I don't know if he was that tall, but he seemed that tall. Just a giant of a guy, and could come up with the best vocal and best licks to go over these incredible riffs that were written by the guys in the band. It's just such a waste. So this is the song Creep. This was on their first album. This was their first single, as a matter of fact. Like I said, from the album called Core in 1992. This is Creep by Stone Temple Pilots. Forward yesterday makes me wanna stay. What they said was real makes me wanna steal. Living under house, guess I'm a mouse. All I got is time, got no meaning rhyme. Take time with a wounded hand, 'cause it likes to heal. Take time with a wounded hand, 'cause I like to steal. Take time with a wounded hand, 'cause it likes to heal. I like to steal. I'm half the man I used to be. Half the man I used to be. Half the man I used to be. Feeling uninspired, I think I'll start a fire. Everybody run, Bobby's got a gun. Think you're kinda neat, she tells me I'm a creep. Friends don't mean a thing, guess I'll leave it up to me. Take time with a wounded hand, cause it likes to heal. Take time with a wounded hand, cause it likes to steal. Take time with a wounded hand, cause it likes to heal. I like to steal, I'm half the man I used to be. Feel as the dawn it fades, half the man I used to be. Half the man I used to be. Half the man I used to be. Take time with a wounded hand, cause it likes to heal. Take time with a wounded hand, cause I like to steal. Take time with a wounded hand, cause I like to heal. I likes to steal. I'm half the man I used to be. I'm half the man I used to be. I feel as the dawn it fades to gray. Half the man I used to be. Half the man I used to be. Half the man I used to be. Stone Temple Pilots, Creep. Which I didn't even know that song was called Creep. Until I started trying to find stuff. And here's another Creep. Can you guess by who? By whom? By whom? Off the album Pablo Honey, 1992. Also the same year as that Creep, which go figure. It's by a band called Radiohead. Now, this is written by Radiohead, and it's credited to Albert Hammond and Mike Hazelwood. The thing is that they stole some parts from a 1972 song by the Hollies. It's called The Air That I Breathe. They used the same chords, and he ended up singing the melody on top of it, sort of humming it in the solo section. So the Hollies sued, and they're credited as having a co-writing credit on this song. And then what happened was another artist last year or 2 years ago, blonde, I forget what her name is, but she was sued by Radiohead because they said that she stole the song because she used the same chords as Creep, but they had used the same chords as Creep as the Hollies. It was like a triple lawsuit. Like it was so, and like they got a co-writing credit on it's so weird. But the song is amazing. This was their first song that broke them, and they rarely played it. They got so sick of playing it, they rarely played it, but I love it. And this is going out to, I don't know if she's watching, but Donna F. It's Donna F.'s birthday, and she always liked this song. So happy birthday, Donna F. You were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so fucking special. I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I want to have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special. I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. She's running out the door. She run, 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 run. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. Oh, thank you. On the recording before the chorus happens, there's this distorted guitar that goes cha-cha, cha-cha. It's amazing. It drives the chorus like no other thing possibly could. And it was done out of frustration because the guitarist was bored. They were recording this ballad, and he was kidding, and he was just joking. They went into the thing, and he went cha-cha, cha-cha, and the producer was like, yes, keep it. So they ended up using that, which I thought was really, really cool. All right, we got 2 left. Oh my gosh, we're flying through. Once again, thank you for tuning in. I saved my favorite 2 for last because these 2 songs are about as different as you can get, and yet they're about the same thing, which is kind of cool, but in a very obtuse kind of way. The title for the last 2 songs starts with an X. Can anyone guess? Can anyone guess out there? I'll give you a second to type it in if you want. The last 2 songs share a title. They are incredibly disparate. And the title starts with the letter X. Any guesses? I know we got a little bit of a delay, so I'm going to wait 1 second.
Oh, Fred got it.
Fred got it?
Fred Bremer got it.
Fred Bremer got it. That's right. Xanadu. I'm going to do 2 versions of Xanadu. The first version is going to be by the beautiful, the talented, the lovely Olivia Newton-John, along with the band ELO, from the 1979 movie soundtrack for Xanadu. Xanadu, the soundtrack, is one of the rare examples where the album soundtrack made more money than the actual movie. The album made more money, and Xanadu was Gene Kelly's last movie. Of all the films for it to be his last film, I just watched Singing in the Rain last night. Oh my God, one of my absolute favorites. Top 3 films, Singing in the Rain. Just absolutely so. Gene Kelly is just, ugh. Ugh. So, this is going out to Maynard, of course, because I know he's a fan of the movie and the soundtrack. So here it is, written by Jeff Lynne, sung by Olivia Newton-John. This is Xanadu. And what's cool on this song, it uses what's called a pedal. Wait. So a pedal, P-E-D-A-L, is where a tone stays in the bass note. So you get this pedal, right? That stays there the whole time. So it's like D, and then you get G major over D, and G minor over D, and then back to D. You can do C over D. That's the pedal tone. It's called a pedal tone because it used to be on an organ. There was an actual pedal that the organist would hit it, like when you listen to Bach's Prelude and Toccata and Fugue. He's playing that, or she's playing that with their foot, and they're giving that pedal tone. So this uses a pretty cool pedal tone of D in some spots. All over D. So listen for that, and then listen how the major minor changes around as well. So it's a lot of fun. Here we go. A place where nobody dared to go. The love that we came to know, they call it Xanadu. And now, open your eyes and see what we have made is real, we call it Xanadu. A million lights are dancing and there you are, a shooting star. An everlasting world and you're here with me eternally. Xanadu, Xanadu. Now we are here in Xanadu. Xanadu, Xanadu. Now we are here in Xanadu. Xanadu, your neon lights will shine for you, Xanadu. All right. The love that echoes of long ago, you needed the world to know they are in Xanadu. The dream that came through a million years, that lived through all the tears, it came to Xanadu. A million lights are dancing and there you are, a shooting star, an everlasting world, and you're here with me eternally. Xanadu, Xanadu. Now we are here in Xanadu. Xanadu, Xanadu. Now we are here in Xanadu. Now that I'm here, now that you're near in Xanadu. Now that I'm here, now that you're near in Xanadu. Xanadu. Ooh, my mom got Xanadu right. What the heck? Awesome. Yay. I didn't like that tune initially, and then as often happens when you learn a song and get into it and realize what's happening harmonically, sometimes you go like, sometimes you go, this is awesome. So I love this tune now. Oh my gosh, I love it. Which brings us to song number 13. Also called Xanadu, by the one and only. I had to end with this one. I had to end with this one. By the band Rush. That's right. Off the album Farewell to Kings, 1977. This was 2 years before the Olivia Newton-John version, or title version thing, written by the triumvirate Lee Lifeson Peart. This was inspired by a poem, Samuel Taylor Coleridge poem called Kubla Khan, which was written out of an opium dream, as all good poems often are, and shopping lists and selection of paint colors for homes. Get big opium pipe and just yeah, make sure you have a sheaf of paper. Yeah, Samuel Taylor Coleridge wrote this thing. He forgot it, and then he tried to write what he couldn't remember, and he ended up writing this thing. And Neil Peart took the poem and kind of rearranged it and made it his own. In Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree. That's the first line from the Coleridge poem. So if you're a fan of this song and you're unaware of the Coleridge poem, go read it because it's really cool. So this is Stupidly High, and I want to end with this one. This was the first Rush song to prominently use synthesizers as lead sort of tone instruments. Again, 1977, and this set them off on their synth phase that pretty much carried them through the 80s and 90s, actually, until they went back to just having guitars on the album. So here it is from 1977. Let me see, I'm going to cheat a little bit here. Seek the sacred river Alf, to walk the caves of ice, to break my fast on honeydew and drink the milk of paradise. I have heard the whispered tale of immortality, the deepest mystery. From an ancient book I took a clue. Scaled the frozen mountaintops of eastern lands unknown, time and man alone, searching for the lost Xanadu. Xanadu. Stand within the pleasure dome, decreed by Kubla Khan, taste anew the fruits of life, the last immortal man, to find the sacred river Alf, to walk the caves of ice. I will dine on honeydew, drink the milk of paradise. Of paradise. Thousand years have come and gone, but time has passed me by. Stars stuck in the sky, frozen in an everlasting view. Waiting for the world to end, weary of the night, praying for the light, prisoner of the lost. Xanadu, Xanadu. Held within the pleasure dome, decreed by Kubla Khan. Taste my bitter triumph as a man, mortal man. Never more shall I return, escape these caves of ice. For I have dined on honeydew and drunk the milk of paradise. Of paradise. Nine minutes condensed down to 3. That's it.
Woo!
Episode, what is this? 7? 8? I don't even know where we are anymore. 7. Episode number 7 of 13 songs. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, if you want to throw something over there, 5, 10, whatever, makes it so much nicer for me. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting over there. Thanks to Donna, as ever, for helping out Ms. Info. The next episode, I think the topic will be the 90s. I did an 80s show, so I think it's time to do another decade show. So we're going to do the 90s. That'll be, watch my Twitter feed, watch my Facebook feed for when that's going to happen. And that'll be coming up soon, probably in 2 weeks. In the meantime, have a wonderful 4th of July. I hope you're all safe and healthy. Watch your fingers when you blow things up. Yeah, take care of each other. Be good. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This really gives me something to look forward to and to do and work on and everything. So, all right, guys. Wash your hands, wear a friggin' mask, and I'll see you next time. Will do, Todd.